been a while since a lockdown was declared in Uganda, and as a result of that, the school was closed, and therefore the students were asked to go back home till further notice. And that you're now back to school, would like to inquire from the headmistress, would like to know her personal experience, and we also want to know how she managed to conduct the school even without the presence of the students in the school. I'd like to know her future plans for the school. Come with me.
When that lockdown was declared, it came to us as a surprise. Somehow we didn't see it coming. It seemed something that was still very far that side. So when it came, it hit us hard. We were not prepared, but we had to accept it. And like you said, you went home. So how we managed to keep the school going, one, we had to sit first of all as a staff and encourage ourselves that it has happened and life must continue. Then financially, some money had been paid in. Most students had paid at least half of the fees. So we agreed as staff that our salaries will be paid, or the PTA arrangements will be paid up to end of April. So the teachers and the non-teaching staff were all paid their full dues up to April. That one kept them going. But then I have a big staff that is paid by parents, 24 teachers and 73 workers who solely depend on parents. It was quite hard. So for that group, we managed to raise half their pay for the month of May. And with effect from June, there was nothing coming their way. So what kept us moving, one, is change of mindset. We had to accept that come what may, life must go on. We have a lot of land around the school. People took on to digging, one, to keep themselves busy, but also to grow some food. So teachers, non-teachers were involved in cultivation, and they would keep in their gardens from morning up to late afternoon. I believe that one kept their minds busy and also gave them hope. And then the food, since we had already paid for all the food that you people were supposed to eat, we decided to keep giving out that food to ourselves. Because now people are not earning any money. Remember, the 73 workers depend on parents. The 24 teachers depend on parents. At least the other 40 get some salary from government. So that food from the store, I kept on giving it out. Maybe every month I would get some few kilos of rice, some flour, and that's how that food went, and we believe it was quite helpful to us. And then the other thing that managed to keep us going, once in a while we would convene some kind of meeting, not really to discuss issues of school, but so to keep, I don't know how to call it, to keep ourselves sane, like to find out how we are going, how one is in their houses, because people are keeping most of their times in the garden. I was personally not here. I was staying in Ginger in my home, but I created time even during the lockdown. I had special permission to move. So I would move once a month, come and check on the teachers, we talk, we share whatever there was to share, and that one kept going. Then the other one was the spirit of going an extra mile amongst our ground workers. You found this school very clean, and those people are not getting a coin of salary. But they assured me that they were going to, that is their office, they were going to keep their office clean, with or without money, because they had hope that one day things will come back to normal. So they kept cleaning our school. The farm workers kept at least looking after the animals. But of course, with that little money, we spared some money to make sure that we pay the security and the people that keep the animals. To us, that time, those were now the essentials. We just realized that teachers were not essential. And that was quite sad at that time. Somehow I felt sad. But what encouraged me is that me together with some staff, we kept engaging the learners online. And I used to look forward to those days when it was our turn, for instance, as geographers, to interface with learners. It gave us hope, it kept us alive. So that bit of sadness would, at least, was not continuous. But then I also learned that I think in life one has to live a day at a time. Because I realized if I kept on thinking and fast forwarding life, I would get depressed. So I kept on looking forward to each day. And I would also feel good at times. Some learners used to call, say, "Madam, how are you? We are missing school." And that one kept us going and kept us convinced that our learners would come back in one piece. Okay, in Tororo Girls School, we have tried to make sure that we put all the SOPs that are expected of us in place. One, we ensure that we acquired enough temperature guns, because that was the first requirement, to ensure that our temperatures are okay. So we ensure that every class has, and the counselors help to monitor and take record of that. For the teachers, we have the teachers who are in charge of the COVID task force. They take our temperatures. And for the workers that come from out, they also manage at the gate. We have enough washing facilities in place, in front of every classroom, at the offices, and all other common places. We also use sanitizers at the gate, at the offices, dispensary, and some key places. But we don't encourage learners to keep their own sanitizers. Then for the issue of masks, we ensure that learners carry the masks. Though at times they find it very, very difficult to wear a mask the whole day, given the high temperatures in this region. And then we also have many children that have asthma, so it's quite inconveniencing to have a mask the whole day, but with the social distancing, we are also implementing. Thank you. One thing that I've learned from this pandemic is the need for digital literacy, because it has come out clearly that that is the way to go. We have all along, we have been preaching it, but this lockdown proved it that it was the only way of survival. So the plan that I have really is to, as much as possible, I'm going to try to digitalize the school. I know it is quite expensive, given our old buildings and the rest of it, but I've already started. For instance, I've started with the labs. I want to ensure that we have projectors down the labs. We are already putting one in the main hall for the bigger groups. We're also trying, in our plan, we want to organize a training for the teachers on how we can handle, for instance, Google classes and all those other things that are essential, because it's no longer an option, but it's the way to go. So that is one plan that I feel I need to really work.
It has been our dear loving mother, the headmistress of Tororo Girls School, here right in her office. My name is Mukite PCC. Keep up with Tower TV.